WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting, well, rare and exotic whiskeys. And today I have something for us. It is a Glenfarclas, a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey matured in Oloroso sherry casks. It's not a single cask, it's a batch. So distilled 2011, bottled 2021 with 60.2%. Now this is a German exclusive because it's from Kirsch. So if you ever see this, this is actually here. Kirsch import is here in Germany, and so they imported it. Now they are not the importer for Glenfarclas in Germany, which is weird. So somehow they got their fingers on this Germany exclusive. Hava is actually the German importer for Glenfarclas. Whoops, I was a little generous there. All right, good. Well, we will work and live with this. So, Whiskybase number 192196. So the going price online, I'm going to do half and half here. The going price is 75 euros. I have no idea how many bottles there were. All I do know is that it was bottled on the 2nd of June, 2021. So on the nose, I get a lot of alcohol. Nothing is surprising there. Now, I've categorized my sherry cask matured whiskeys lately in basically 3 different categories. We have good old school, we have the sulfur bombs, and we have the sherry syrup. Now, there's a 4th category that's not syrupy, but I'm going to call them turbo casks. So what we have here is basically the bare minimum of a sherry seasoning. It wasn't years, it was measured in months. And you kind of notice it. Now, there is no sulfur, yay. There is no syrup, yay. But there's also no old school. There is the sourness of the young grapes in here. So that's what I get on the nose. And a lot of alcohol. All right, now I have a theory. Wait for it. Wait for it. Could these single, they're not a single cask, could these small batch expressions from Glenfarclas, 60.2%, 10 years old, be a replacement or a substitute for the family casks? Now, this is 11 years old and 60.7%, and it costs twice as much. So, that's the question of the day. Can we actually use this instead of that? Now, both of these are German exclusives. So, as I mentioned, this is 192196 on Whiskybase. So, this is 190031. So 160 euros, 75 euros. So, Now, the only problem I have with this one is I didn't like it. Please forgive me, I have a little bit left here from my German video about this one. I did not like it. It was very herbal, not the type of sherry note that I'm used to. This, on the other hand, is interesting, but you need to have water for it. If you add enough water, take it down to 46%, you do get a whiskey that is actually very, very nice. So, a little nip. Heat. Bitterness from the wood, and sour from the sherry finish. Yeah, good. Not my cup of tea. There is a good sweetness, there is some raisins, there is some nice little Oloroso moments going on here, but there's too much heat at the beginning, there's too much bitterness in the middle, and there's a little bit of that sourness going on with that sherry moment. Towards the end, it gets better. I have hope for this bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 60.2% and take it down to about 48%. I like 48% with my whiskeys a lot. You might want them hotter, you might want them more, stronger. I'm a weakling, so hey, I can live with that. All right, so even on the nose, it turns into something that's much more normal here for a Glenfarclas. I like. I like a lot. All right, so let's try this. Mm. The bitterness is gone. The heat is gone. The sweetness is there. The the fruitiness is absolutely there. Think of canned cherries, canned raspberries, strawberries. Good fruitiness here. Very, very nice. And it's viscosity, it's thickness, it's a little bit of creaminess in here. And it has that little bit of caramelized red fruits. Very, very nice. This whiskey is for me one of the typical Jekyll and Hyde whiskeys. So at cask strength, leave it alone. It's gonna beat you up. Dilute it down. You're gonna enjoy it. Take it out for dinner. It's gonna romance you instead. Very, very nice. So this is gonna get a D for taste without water, and a D minus for value for money. But if you do add water, you get a lot more from this bottle as well. You're going to go all the way up to C plus. And for the value for money, I'm going to give it a C minus. I still think 75 euros is a little bit too much. I would rather just go buy the Glenfarclas 15 with 45% alcohol anyways. But I don't really think you'd get that same goodness, that same complexity going on there in the mouth. Now, this monster over here, 160 euros, is a totally different thing. On the nose, the sherry casks are different. So this is from a special release. It's from a sherry butt. It's not a first fill. It might not even be a second fill. I think it's going on the third fill moment. It's herbal. It's like an herbal tea almost, like a rooibos tea almost. It's not terrible, but it's off profile. It's not a Glenfarclas. It could almost be a Glenrothes, a little bit off there. I really, really don't appreciate this one. Add a little bit of water, just like I did over here. Take the 60% down to, this is 60.7, 60.2. What are they doing to us today? I mean, come on, guys and girls. And take it down. This is much better. That herbalness just kicks in a little bit. Some people are going to like this more than that. I like this more than that, but only with water. So is this a worthy replacement? Unfortunately not. Is this something that is okay for the German market? Even that I'm not going to say yes. I'm going to say not really. I would like to have a whiskey that I don't have to add water to it, and a lot of water on top of that, before I thoroughly enjoy it. This is something that needs work. This is something that needs to have some effort put into to make it taste like it should. And I'm just not going for it. I think we need to review the cask policy of Glenfarclas and ask them as well, hi guys, what are you doing differently than you used to do, and what are you going to do differently in the future to maybe repair your taste profile? Get back on track? All right, I know you have a long-standing relationship with your bodega there. I think they have been, I'm going to say, increasing the speed of maturation of the casks, unfortunately. And I think they need to slow things back down and give you the quality that Glenfarclas, as one of the best family-owned distilleries and one of the oldest family-owned distilleries in Scotland, deserves. All right. So what is your favorite Glenfarclas product? Please write it down in the chat. That'd be great. And what do you think about whiskeys over 60%? Can they be good? I'm not talking about bourbons. Yes, I'm talking about single malts. Seldom. Thank you very much for watching, subscribing, telling others about this crazy guy over in Europe tasting whiskey you will never ever see. All right. Thank you very much. Whiskey Jason here. All the best. See you soon. And don't forget to share and tell others. Bye bye.